can't make a motion to call and who are
Should we get her to, we gotta get her for the,
She's,
who's, we supposed to have, I thought the clerk or somebody.
yeah, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
All right.
We're gonna call the order, you want?
Yep, just started it.
Okay, great, thank you. Okay, she's on.
Great.
She's on, so. Calling it at 5:34, how's that?
Second.
Okay, so. Thank you for that paperwork, by the way. So go ahead, what are we looking at tonight? Chapter approvals.
Yep, so to start off discussions, Francois Steger, a taxpayer in town, is requesting documents from us regarding his abatement, that we're willing to provide. He's looking for, basically insight into the abatement process of how we, evaluate properties, how we, basically, we do verification of the property card to make sure that everything matches up to what's going on in the property. Then we do a street equity report based off the neighborhood, and then we do a sales comparison. Sales are based off sales from 2 years prior so that we can gather enough data. So we will be providing him with that information as he requested.
Yep, perfect. Sales comparison falls into what you anticipated would be the value of the home or post?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep. Yep, so we'll give him that information so he can get a better insight into how we come up with our figures and how we base our decision for an abatement approval or denial.
Good.
Any new business, I just wanted to let everyone know what we're up to. So we are working on supplemental tax bills to see what is available to pick up for new growth based off where people were in the past fiscal year. Things are going well with permits, seeing where we're at with that whole structure, and just going along. I wanted to open up to you guys if you have any questions on.
Who's, are you going out doing the permits?
Yes.
Nobody else from the company or?
No one else in RRG right now is going out to do permits. If we find ourselves in a situation where we need extra help, obviously, you guys will be in the loop on that. And then we have resources too within RRG that we can reach out to have them come out and assist us with that process.
How many permits do you have to look at?
A pretty good amount. I don't have an exact idea off the top of my head. Right now I'm focusing more on new construction, some of the bigger projects, and then we can kind of narrow it
New
down.
construction in the past year?
Yeah, new construction in the past that we will be able to pick up for a supplemental tax bill. Yep.
Now, Jenny? Do we got, what I'm getting at is like stuff that was started like 2 years ago and wasn't finished on a cutoff date?
Yeah, so you're only allowed to pick up or provide a supplemental tax bill for something that wasn't up to 50% complete before the prior fiscal year. So it would have to be something of substantial construction where we didn't have it at a percent complete of 50% or above. Well, it would need to be 50% or above for us to consider it. So that's the stuff that we're looking at first, which mainly falls into houses that were started, late 2021, early 2022, depending on how fast they were built. You never know how quick that goes at this point. So
we went out, Wendy and Dick Lyons and myself, and we over to Pinecrest, and there was a house. We did everything on the 1st of January.
Yeah.
Worked out late, and we wrote it up. It was sitting there. It was all done, and it was a module. It was put on the foundation like 2 weeks before, like in February,
Yeah.
So we had to scratch it off the list.
Definitely. Is there anything you guys now that we're getting back into the swing of this, anything that you guys want
So
me to
you're-
take a look at, or?
In your opinion, what's your definition of substantially or nearly done? What do you look for? George
So-
had his little chart and he had, 25, 50, 75%. What do you look at, you look at a home, what is in your mind?
Yeah, so there's a process to it. It's a lot of based off what is considered complete when it comes to the actual permit, what the building department is checking off. On top of that, there's basically a drop that we use that plenty of inspectors and appraisers and assessors have used in the past that basically just gives a breakdown of, if the foundation is in, and don't quote me on the exact numbers, but if the foundation is in, you can consider it 5%. If you've gotten to the point where it's framed, then it could get to 15% or 20%.
Right.
Obviously those numbers aren't official, but it basically just gives a general idea of where the property is. But say, a property was, it can only be if it was a 50% or above increase from what it was previously. So if you had a property that was 75% done, you wouldn't be able to charge them, you wouldn't be able to issue a supplemental bill because it wasn't a substantial enough increase in the tax assessment for it to generate a supplemental tax
Okay.
bill. So it would just be applied to be complete, and then you just go through to the next fiscal year.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know if there's anything in particular you guys want to check out or focus on going forward for the next month, or questions on anything that's been.
Yeah, what's up with the Mission E4? That's sold, right?
Yes, Mission E4 did sell.
Now,
Yep. So
who is, did they get a tax bill for the past year, cause they didn't?
yes. Yep. So
Qualify for the, and if they paid it, or-
yeah. So
They did pay.
they were no longer exempt as a charitable organization. So we issued a bill to them to pay for that previous year. I don't know the exact figure. It's a pretty substantial bill, and they did end up paying that bill at closing. So whoever, the new buyers, I don't know the exact name, but it's a local company. When they purchased, obviously no one wants to buy without having clean title.
Right.
So I'm sure when they saw the municipal lien certificate and saw that there's this, extraneous amount, they're like, this needs to be cleared up. No one's gonna purchase without
Right,
having a
right.
clean bill of sale. So they shored that up, paid us for that, and then going forward, that property's not considered a charitable organization
Now,
at the moment.
Who, what, that outfit from Bolton? Or,
Yeah, it's his name is Ed Lakadara. I believe it's under an LLC, but he owns, it's the zoo animal type
Yeah,
center
yeah.
that they got going on in Bolton. So he purchased that. I think that they plan on doing different types of educational workshops and other things out of that building.
is it possible, for all of us to go out there and recheck, measure all the buildings that are there, double check, make sure everything is?
Yeah, I can definitely contact him and see if there's a time that we could set up to go out there and, measure
Yeah,
the
fine.
buildings. I agree. I mean, it's a pretty substantial property. I think there's 10
Well,
buildings
we
on
haven't
it.
been, I know, and I
So-
mean, we haven't been in them for years to see what's,
Yeah, it'd be worth to take another look, I think.
yeah, well, definitely.
Just to make sure that we're spot on with what we have on our card.
Yeah, cause
There's
if
no
if
discrepancies.
he's not going for, an exemption for anything, then we wanna make sure that everything is
Yep.
up to snuff.
Yeah. No, so put that down.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I know too, we had, it's come up too about the marijuana facility that is set a little bit further back on 68.
Yeah, in the woods.
Yeah, I have contact information for him, so I'm going to reach out to see if we can do the same type of thing.
Right, we wanna go out there and see what's,
Yep.
what they got out there for a building or whatever.
Yep, see what we got, make sure that we're doing everything the way that we should. So those are the two big ones that I kind of figured we would get into at least for the next month to see what's going on with that, especially while we're out doing permits and
Yeah.
out, you know, boots on the
Yeah,
ground.
'cause I'm available, and Al's available pretty much, with notice,
Yep.
and I'm around, pretty much all the time, so.
But
Sure.
they have somebody at the old Mission E4, they have somebody there 24/7, they have people living there yet, do you know?
I'm not sure how that's going down. I'm not
Okay.
sure if they're going to be occupying it in that capacity yet, or if this is going to be more of
Yeah, we
a
should
place
see
of
what's here
business.
for rental property, and people that can live in.
Yeah, because I
We
know,
had the main house and a couple other structures out there that were.
yeah, definitely. I haven't heard any news as far as what is truly going to be going on there, just because now that it's not a charitable organization, i.e. it was more of like a church organization, so I could see that they were using that stuff where people were actually living there, and, you know, whether they were there part-time or just for overnight type stays or what have you.
Yeah.
But with them no longer being charitable or considered a church at the moment, as far as I know, I don't know if they're occupying it in that capacity or if they're just using it for whatever
Oh,
programs they have
nobody's
going
living
on.
there, they gotta get,
Yeah,
you know.
for sure, but I'm not sure how often people are there, but Ed's pretty easy to get a hold of,
Is
as
it?
far as I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, and we also are in Bolton.
Oh, that's right.
So I can probably work with Alex, the assessor over there, to get in contact with him.
That's
and
right, too.
see what's going on.
That's right, okay. Moving ahead, great.
Awesome. So all set with that stuff. Get into signatures?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, Mike.
Mike Stahl, 5 Lombard Road.
Sure.
Mr. Chair, regarding the supplemental tax bills, and Rob, if you're at over 50% complete during a tax year, and then you achieve 100%, do you start to assess at 100% at that time and issue us a supplemental bill for that year, even though they were over 50%, so less than 50% was achieved to get to 100% within a particular. I'll just give you an example. They're at 80% prior tax bill, then during that next tax year, they complete to 100%. Let's say they complete just after the beginning of the new fiscal year. Do you issue a supplemental tax bill at that time?
No, it would
Okay.
it would have to be 50% or more.
Right.
For that to happen. So it would just be the 80, and then when the next fiscal year comes in, you would just get to
Okay.
it. If the project was complete.
What
Of
is the
course.
cutoff date now? Anyway,
For us,
going out and inspecting the, construction, on how much is done. Is
So-
it the first of the year, or?
yeah, so we have time, obviously you wanna get all that information in before so that we can get all of our values correct. But
Yeah, that's
we
like
look
the
to
first
have.
of January.
Yeah, but we look to have supplementals and everything else done by
Oh, yeah. and-
best case scenario, August, latest. Just to make sure that we have everything put together.
There's Dick Lyons and myself, the last year we went out and did it ourselves.
Mhm.
We started first week in January,
Mhm.
and we didn't finish till the 1st of July,
Yeah,
checking all the previous permits and all the new construction.
Yeah.
And we used, you know, you talked, like you're the owner of one place, I talked to you, well, how much did you have done by the 1st of January?
Yeah.
And most people on, you know, 40% or 75, or whatever, and that's what we, you know.
yeah, definitely. Of
Good
course,
way.
if someone has a good idea or, you know, doesn't feel comfortable with whatever process, then, you know, I'm willing to take someone's word on
Yeah.
that type of thing. Typically, as far as the way our company does this, we wait more towards May, June, because then we can take a larger amount of these properties so that I'm not, you know, popping in and out throughout the year, and I can be like, okay, well, for 4 hours I have my route, you know, that I'm gonna go do, and then I can bang out more, you know, while I'm in that process. That's kind of the only reason
We only
why.
did 1 day a week, Saturday.
Yeah. Yep.
Saturday night, be done by noon.
Yeah. Right, signatures, ready to move on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
okay.
You're in the lead.
Alrighty. one's just for you. That's a chapter 61 amendment that Jenny had drawn up. There's just 3 pages to sign after that one, and then I put stickies on all of them.
Yeah.
And then here we have a whole bunch of stuff for you. It's abatements, exemptions, all the finer details Jenny set up.
Let's say 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have you sign. That one down there. Sorry, I didn't put a sticky on that one.
This one surprise you here?
Oh, these are big ones.
Yeah. Oh, another one?
Yeah.
Did I already sign this one?
You don't need to sign those first few. That's just for the chair, and then just the back page. That one, if you want.
How come that's unenforceable? Or a couple?
Pike, Blanchard. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to ask Jenny. Let's see. She's on here too. For Ed Blanchard.
Yeah.
I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. That one. These are all set.
Well, you can check her, give us some.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, she's
yeah.
right here too, so if she doesn't get back to us in the meantime, and then we just have the,
Was she here tonight?
No, she's at home.
it's those, and then I think she just wanted you guys to just sign these too, just anywhere down at the bottom,
Go
just to
ahead.
acknowledge them. Oh, it was categorized as the wrong owner. Vadar in our system, that's just how they put it, as uncollectible. It's no money lost or anything, it's a revised bill went out in its place,
No big
which should be
deal.
on another one of those.
What is?
Just sign it
on-
anywhere, just to
sign on-
acknowledge it.
On the page.
What, every page?
Yeah, yep, she just wants an acknowledgement on them.
This is good early meeting would make a hell of a ballgame.
That's true, it's true. And since they're winning, you know you wanna be watching.
Well, the pitching's been so good, I mean, the guys, I mean, it's been fun to watch.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Enjoyable.
I don't know if anyone's a Yankees fan, but they didn't have much to cheer about this past
No,
week.
well, they got
Yeah.
a couple of key guys out, hurt.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright.
There's a house, I'm gonna get the address, it's on Lombard Road,
Okay.
and, there's a garage in the front, got the main house back here and a garage in the front.
Yep.
Stairs going up, I don't know if that's like an apartment or something above. And I'm just trying to find out, figure out how much frontage and stuff they have. You gotta
Okay.
have a, like, gotta have a minimum of 250.
Yeah, if it's being rented out or used as a
Yeah.
separate.
Well, it's quite the house they put up there by Kuczewski's.
Yes. He's-
People living there now?
He's an electrician now.
Not yet.
He beeped at me tonight when I was walking the dog. He's not in yet.
No. It's quite the driveway.
Nope, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's all we had
That's all we have.
for signatures, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go, no, you go.
So I'd like to set up the next meeting before we leave here.
Yeah.
Just so that we can get into a better cycle, if you guys want.
Yeah, let's go.
Very cool.
I'm
So
assuming
let's-
you wanna do it on a Wednesday.
I'd preferably,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
If that works for you guys.
works for me.
Yeah.
You wanna
How
do,
about you?
what do you think about the 19th? July 19th? What do you think of the 19th?
Don't really know right now, not in front of the house, not in front of the house calendar, couldn't really tell you.
Tentatively, let's do the 19th, and then if anything comes up, we'll
Yeah.
Yeah.
post it and keep everyone in the loop.
When I send out emails to John and Jeff,
Mhm.
are you on distribution on that?
I don't think so. That's
Okay,
what
why-
we gotta set up.
Okay, why don't you put
Ginny.
your,
Yeah,
yeah, yours, if you wanna put Ginny's too,
yeah.
and that way, you know, if I get any type of, you know, comments from people, I can just say, hey, heard this, heard that, or yeah, the 19th is good for me,
Yeah.
okay?
Now, would a meeting early like this be better than 7 o'clock?
Got me,
That would work best for my schedule, just
Probably
'cause-
work better for Mike too.
Yeah, just 'cause it's a pretty long day.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know,
you.
Yeah, well, we go on that 5:30.
Yeah, 5:30.
Or
Yeah.
HEDMAN?
HECK, sorry, my Ks are terrible when I'm writing fast.
C-E-M-A-N-R-G.
Any questions, Mike, or?
Yeah.
anything you wanna- Yeah.
G.
Before you get a motion for adjournment, yeah.
Daniels, yep.
We better be quick.
I already heard the game's important.
Yeah. No, we're all done. And regardless of the game, we're all done. So we went over what we had to. We established the new meeting time, 19 July. We're gonna leave it where we have some flexibility for the time,
Yeah,
okay? Cause we'll
Yeah.
interact with you.
Tentative schedule for mid-July.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, as far as the actual clock time,
Yeah.
5:30, 6,
and
whatever.
you're gonna look, in the meantime, you're gonna look at this.
Yep.
That's all going out to the, platform there on
Yep.
the left, and then, down at Mission E4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it gives you a month.
Yep. Got it.
Mike Stahl, 5 Lombard Road. When you went through the FY24 chapter approvals, was there one for the Stahl property? And what was the action taken on it? Was it approved, disapproved, not acted upon?
Let's see if that was on our list.
Should have been. Turned one in and got it acknowledged and stamped back in,
Yeah, East Squamish Land Trust.
no.
Which one are you?
5 Lombard Road.
Mm-hmm. And you said for your. Well, could you repeat that? It was for your what?
It's for the property, chapter 61.
Your chapter. Okay.
Chapter 61B, FY24.
I don't know if we were doing chapter yet on this.
Okay. Well, I saw FY24 chapter approvals is the first line item for
Yeah, we had
the documents.
Yeah, so this list too, there's another thing that we weren't able to get through on this list as well because the tax collector wasn't able to get through to our VADAR system. So we don't have the preliminary real estate either for us to do, so we're gonna have to figure that out too in the next coming ones. But I can definitely, sorry about that, I didn't acknowledge the list as much as I did what I had actually in my folder.
Okay.
But yeah, I can.
So were there no chapter 61 Bs done today?
No, we didn't sign off on anything
Any-
chapter today.
okay.
Nope. But I have your email and everything, I can keep you in the loop too.
Right.
There's nothing, as far as I know, between myself and Jenny that has come up for any type of denial on anything
Okay.
regarding chapter. So I wouldn't be too concerned
Good.
about the outcome. I know that you wanted to know the status, but I wish I had that for you today, but unfortunately I don't have that.
It's not been a problem in the past.
Yeah.
It's still both
Nothing-
sides of the road, right?
Nothing changed, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
one
remember
lot.
that.
It's one lot,
Yeah,
both sides,
yeah. I remember your father, when he first put it in for that, there was discussion on that.
I'll shoot you an email out.
Once again, Mike Stahl, 5 Lombard Road.
Mhm.
Second question should be quick and easy. There was a meeting scheduled on March 22nd of this year. Have there been any meetings between that meeting, which I don't think occurred because there wasn't a quorum, I was told? It was scheduled for on March 22nd at 11 in the morning. Did that meeting occur?
Was that our abatement meeting?
Here's the agenda. That would help. Because it says FY 23 and FY 24.
I'd have to check for me. Are you there? I don't remember being there. I might not have been there.
Don't
The
register.
town
Yeah, right,
administrator
exactly.
said it didn't occur,
Right.
Oh.
so.
You know, he sits right there.
Well, I know, but you guys would know too, because you're.
I don't know if we get notified,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, it ain't exactly,
I mean, you scheduled a meeting, this was, you know, under the assessors on the
Mhm.
calendar. And it had the agenda attached.
It may not have made the 48-hour loop.
Ah, okay, that could be. So,
Summer we try to get in, but it never,
right,
by the time the town clerk got it, you know,
so as far as you know, that meeting didn't occur.
I'd have to check into it unless that was our abatement meeting, but I'm not positive
Neither am I.
the date on it.
Neither am I right now.
But
at the
I know
top
that
of
we
my
did
head.
hold one then. But I'd assume that would be the one, but I don't know why it would be not.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We'd have to look into that for you.
So you think there was a meeting held?
We did have a meeting in March, yes, we
Okay.
did have a meeting, but I'm not
Okay.
positive on the date of the
Okay.
meeting. Or why, you know, it wouldn't be
Okay.
in. I'd have to look
have
into that for
Jenny
you.
check on that.
Yeah, on our meeting
If she
minutes and
was
stuff.
back.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't have
Motion to
anything
adjourn?
else.
Second.
Okay, done.
Good?
Meeting adjourned at 6:04.
Go Red Sox.
Yeah. Should be a good game tonight, Woodlock.